Good morning, everybody. This is our astrology weather forecast for June 23rd, 2025. Being an astrologer, I have the unique luxury of getting to say, I told you so, because of the nature of prediction. I think it was about a month ago in a live. I said, watch out for June 24th. There's so much going on there, and particularly as it relates to the natal chart of the United States. I will come in later today and talk about the transits that are going on. I can't do it justice in the forecast. I will try to touch on things here. It's a lot. So, first, Sun and Jupiter are together in a conjunction. They're both in an in conjunction to Pluto. That comes up more fully tomorrow. Mars is also in conjunct to Pluto at the same time. We got a big old yada yadster going on to Pluto. Now, anytime we have Mars Pluto difficulties, we're working out power versus force and how to move forward with our personal trajectory while taking into account the social karmic forces, the underpinning. What is it that's actually going on underneath, both personally and socially? And then we're also looking at Sun Jupiter conjunction, also in conjunct to Pluto, which brings up a lot of matters of force versus weakness or overreach. Um, it's a very tricky combination to deal with because we have a lot of ego and fuel with social and moral and political fuel involved. And these are three fire planets. Come on. Sun, Jupiter, Mars. These are all the fire planets in a difficult rebalancing, a massive rebalancing to Pluto. Sun is also square to Neptune at the same time, and hence I woke up late today. I never do that. Like, I don't know, maybe once a month. And I can sleep as late as I want, but I'm just real regular about my sleep, you know, not necessarily staying asleep, but going to sleep and waking up. I wake up between like 4 and 6 a.m. and got up at 7 today. So I'm such a lazy bitch. That's what we do with Sun Neptune difficult aspects. We are not as physically or, what is it? Yeah, we're not physically or mentally motivated. This is weird because we have all this other stuff going on at the same time, which is pushing towards some kind of resolution. It's representing quite the split in energies today. Um, so there's a big part of us that wants to move forward with something that can be life changing, that could be a demarcation point in the daily life, um, the choices that we make. And this is social and political and also personal. So it's a it all this yachtiness is in play today. It's even more in play as we get closer to tomorrow and into tomorrow. But we have to look at transits as the culmination of energies. Transits don't happen in a vacuum. They're part of a cycle, and they're always showing us a step um, a small arc within that cycle. So I will come in today and talk more about this extensively. I've touched on it a few times, but it is a labor pain in the collective ascension process coming into the new era, the new paradigms, the new ways of thinking, new earth, the age of Aquarius, all of that business. We'll have periods of time where there is more stress, more pressure, more offering in that process. And that is the product of the individuation process, the individuation process, having a new body of, a new collective body. That's what's being built right now with these very, very momentous transits at these very beginning degrees of Aquarius and in Aries. So, hey guys. Hey FG. Hey Michael. Hey everybody. Oh, we've got a few people on the stream today. Maybe I should be late more often. um, I do notice that when I am later, I do have more people joining, but I just do it when I can do it. So we have to think about what is it that we want to preserve. That's a big part of the culmination of these transits right now, today. What do we want to preserve? Socially, personally, politically. And what is it that we are realizing it doesn't bring ultimate value to our life? Because it doesn't align with our vision. It doesn't align with our personal mission for our life. It doesn't make us happy. So there's some huge changes in the collective stories that we tell each other and that we share within cultures. That's Jupiter. And as we go into the new paradigm, the new Earth, the age of Aquarius, those stories are going to be very much mutated. And we have a different, updated mutual mythology. So Neptune at large brings that cycle of a new world spiritual order, the all-encompassing belief system is coming into a new era, and then we're having this injection here of that really materializing in, fits and starts with changes in our collective belief systems and ideas of order, authority, and morality. Morality is a big thing that we're looking at today. What is the reason for the laws that we make? It's what Jupiter's about. It's the ideals that we want to achieve, the kind of societies, the kind of life, personal life that we want to achieve. What is our aspiration? And then those laws and those boundaries and the order, the actual implementation of those ideals comes with Saturn, comes with Capricorn. So we're looking at inspiration today. And is it justified? And it's mutating here. And we may take some aggressive steps in order to enforce certain ideas, certain agreements, certain orders of things. And we may choose. And some things are just it's just not we don't want to believe that anymore. All right, I'll come in later and talk about this because it's all like super layered and tense, and there's a lot to talk about. So I don't know when that will be. I know people can get frustrated because they can't catch me live, but sometimes I announce it. Most of the time, I don't. If I do have a chance to announce it, I will. If not, you'll just have to tune in when you can. Have a great day.